Hey guys. Okay, so this is the last palette of the Sweet Shop collection by Beige Cosmetics that I have yet to try. Um, so I thought we would try it together. This palette is a little different than the other ones that I bought. There are 6 palettes in the collection altogether. It is limited edition, so who knows how long each palette will be available. Pistachio is gone completely. Um, let's see, bubblegum. Last time I checked, it was gone from the BH website, but it was still available on Ulta. And then the other palettes are all available on both Ulta's website and BH's website. These palettes aren't in stores. The only way you can get them is online. They're $18 a piece. I absolutely love the 3 that I've tried so far. I didn't get the other 2 in the collection, the orange and the brown, because I just wasn't interested in those. Orange doesn't look good on me, and I'm not really into neutrals at the moment. So here's what cotton candy looks like. Okay, so this one is different as far as what they did with it. What the ones that I've already tried so far, the blue one, the red one, the green one, they were pretty much just that color. In the red one, there was one peach shade, but other than that, the green one was all green, the blue one was all blue, you know what I mean? But with this, we have pinks and purples. And we have different tones. The one thing that remains the same, though, is the whole top row are shimmers and the whole bottom row are mattes. So I'm going to do something that I almost never do. I'm going to mix tones. So hopefully this will work out okay, but yeah, it can get tricky when you do that. So let's get started. I'm gonna grab all my, I've got a big pile of eye brushes here ready because I wasn't sure which ones I was going to use. All right, first I need to prime my eyes. I've been using this e.l.f. eyelid primer. This is the sheer one. I had repurchased this, and this is like the most basic, inexpensive eye primer out there, but it's so good. I mean, all my other eyeshadow primers are more expensive than this, but I just love the way all my shadows go on over this. The only thing I don't like about it is it's sheer. Now, they do have other formulas of this, but you can't buy them in stores. I'm going to have to go on the e.l.f. website and see if there are any shades that are a little more opaque, because I don't like how I can still see like veining and discoloration over this. And if I were to put a concealer on first to conceal my veining and discoloration, it would affect the formula of this going over that, so it wouldn't perform the same way. Okay, so eyeshadow primer is on. Okay, I think I'm going to start off doing what I did yesterday with the bubblegum palette. I'm going to start off using that sort of technique, but then I'm going to switch it up completely color story wise. You'll see what I mean. So I'm going to go into this matte. It's a cross between pink and purple, really. It's called Confection, and I'm going to use this Real Techniques brush. Let's see, it says 200. So I'm going to pick some of that up, and I'm just going to put that all over. And I'm going to take it up, almost up to the brow bone, but not completely. I'm just going to leave a small space there. I really couldn't decide when I looked at this palette. There was so many different directions that you can go. Oh yeah, I started talking about that and then I didn't even finish telling you. There are multiple tones in here and like drastic jumps in color. If you look at the matte versus the shimmer shade, like this is the same color, but there's a shimmer and a matte. This is the same color, shimmer, matte. They did that all the way across, and it has a whole different feel to it than all the other palettes as far as what they did with not like picking one color and running with it. So yeah, I'm gonna mix colors and tones, or tones anyway, because I don't really know. Would you call this row, would you call that pink or purple? It really is a cross between the two. Okay, I'm just layering this a little bit at a time so that I can stop when I have the saturation of color that I'm looking for. I'm also trying to get so that the skin isn't showing through. Okay, good. All right, this side here, just gotta come up just a little bit more. Okay. Now I'm gonna take an AOA Studio E132 brush, and I'm gonna go into Fluff. Put some of that on my brush, and I'm gonna do the brow bone highlight. Oh, that's so pretty. It's not translating on camera quite the same as it is in real life. Can you see how pretty that is? Okay, and I'm also going to use this as an inner corner highlight. All right. All right, here's where it gets scary, because now I'm going to go into this row, and this is like plums, I would say, but these are warmer, much warmer in tone than these. These are like super cool tone. These are warm tone. Don't usually mix tones, like I said, so yeah, this should be interesting. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take an AOA Studio E128 brush, and I'm going to go into Light and Airy, it's called. I'm going to go into this matte plum shade here. Put some product on the brush, and I'm going to go right into the crease, starting in the outer portion of it. So instead of going in with like a typical blending brush, I just went in with this smaller brush, And I really want to focus this deep in the crease. These shadows in these Sweet Shop palettes layer so beautifully over each other. They just blend together so nice. I'm so impressed with all these palettes. I just can't even get over it. I mentioned in at least one, maybe two of my videos on these shadows that I had never tried BH Cosmetics before this. I'd never tried their shadows. I have one of their brush sets, but I had never tried their shadows or any of their like makeup products. And I just can't wait now to see what they do next, because it feels like they're sort of going off in a different direction. Because before, when I would look at the BH Cosmetics section at Ulta, it was like a bunch of colorful palettes with really small pans. I don't know, they all kind of look similar. This is something different than what they normally do, and I love it. I mean, it got me to buy them for the first time. Whereas before, I don't know, I just wasn't as attracted to those other types of palettes. But of course, I really love monochromatic palettes. Okay, I'm going to pick up a little bit more now. And I'm just going to go into the outside edge of my lids. Okay. Now, I think what I'm going to do next, I am going to go back to that whole section in a minute, but before I go any further, I'm going to take this Zoeva 238 Luxe Precise Shader Brush, and I'm going to go into Swirl, which is the shimmery plum shade. Pick up some of that on my brush. And I'm going to drag that right along the lower lash line. All right, now, okay, I think what I want to do now is I'm going to take this AOA Studio E131 brush. It's just a flat shader brush. And I think I'm going to go back to Fluff. Pick up some of that. And go in the center of my lids. You know what? Let's go for it, you guys. Let's go for it. Let's get really crazy. I'm going to take Sugar, the shimmery purple, cooler color. I'm going to flip my brush over, put some of that on my brush. I'm going to take my Glow Recipe spray, spray my brush, and let's try layering some of this on as well. All right, where are we going to put this? Let's just put it right over that other color. Let's put it right in the center. That way we can still see the other shade peeking out. I'm going to pick up a little bit more. Okay. And I'm going to flip the brush again. And we're going to go into Twirl. The shimmery, how would you describe that? Wow, that's like a warm pink, I guess you would say. And I'm going to put that in between the outer shade and the center. I just want to use all the colors. Okay, what did we not use so far? So the only two shades we haven't used now are those. And I'm going to take a AOA Studio E134 brush. And I'm going to go into Sugar Plum. I'm going to put some of that right on the outer part of my lash line. I'm going to take that up right across, like as a liner on my lid. Yep, let's use all the colors. Okay. So what does that leave us with? That leaves us with Carnival. Now what can we do with that? Let's take a blending brush. This is the AOA Studio E126 brush. Let's pick up a little bit of Carnival. And let's blend out that crease shade with it. Wow. All right, let's take a clean blending brush now. This is a NYX 16 brush. And now let's just blend. Okay, I still feel like it's not as shimmery, like in the center of the lids, as I want it to be. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the lightest shimmery shade, which is Fluff. I'm going to pick that up with my finger Just pat it on the lids. Okay, there we go. That's what we needed. And now I'm going to take my Glow Recipe Watermelon Mist and I'm going to spray everything. This is going to make the eyeshadows pop, and it's also going to make my face highlighter pop. The reason why I fan, like I said yesterday, is that way you don't get any droplets concentrated in any one area. Okay, now I was thinking to myself, something doesn't look quite right. Well, yeah, because I haven't done eyeliner or mascara yet, so let me do that and come back. Okay, yes, eyeliner and mascara makes quite a difference. If you want to know what any of the products are that are on my face other than the palette, everything will be in the description box. So that is the BH Cosmetics Sweet Shop Cotton Candy Palette. Every single shade in the palette was used. Wow, that was scary. I mean, yeah, look at those colors. I mean, but you know, they look fine. It doesn't look crazy, does it? So, yeah, I like the way that turned out. I am totally fine with that. And I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already. And thank you for watching. Bye, guys.